Hello and a very warm welcome to ET Auto. Today we are joined by none other than Mr. Balbir Singh Dhillon. Balbir took charge of Audi India amid the challenging year 2019, when the luxury car sales was under the serious pressure of economic condition. And later the global pandemic made the situation further severe. Despite multiple challenges, Audi India launched high-end products like A8L and Q8 last year and is now ready with guns loaded for the year 2021. Mr. Balbir, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So I would like to understand how has 2020 been for Audi India and what as a company you learned along the way.
First of all, Happy New Year to you, your team, as well as all the viewers. 2020 was the year of learnings, and we had our set of learnings. It was a very tough years, but most important for us was to be having a very humane approach. So across our dealerships, across our company, manufacturing units, our own employees, our employees at the dealerships, we wanted to have a very close connect, and we had that. Most importantly, with our customers, so we were continuously in connect with our customer through various channels to take care of their cars and whatever support we could provide. So that
Right.
was very important, and I'm happy to share that successfully we could do that. In terms of volumes, of course, there were a couple of months when there was no sales, so we were working internally along with our partners how to reduce the cost structure. So these are the learnings that we had from last year, which we will continue to work on this year as well, because what we have learned should not be forgotten. But last year has taught us a lot. Said that, once we opened up, once the economy was opening from the month of, let's say, July, August, slowly, every month we are seeing improvement in sale, and December was probably one of the best month of sale last year that we had. So I think we are coming back on track on the after sale side in terms of usage of cars. That I can already tell you that our after sales business is completely back on track as it was pre-COVID level. That shows that people are moving around, people are traveling in their cars, and the business is coming back on track.
Okay. And how are you looking at 2021 right now? No, in terms of your plans, how do you plan to bounce back from the year, the lowest sales ever?
So yes, last year I think is something which all of us would want to forget. Of course, we will never be able to forget because that dot will remain forever, the red dot for the year 2020. But what we have for the next few years, including this year, is our strategy 2025, which focuses on four pillars of strength. First and the foremost is customer centricity, then digitalization, network, and products. So, basis these four pillars we are working on, and of which I will talk about the first and most important pillar is products. So, in the products, we have many new products to be launched this year, starting today. So, whether it is in terms of sedans or SUVs, or it is in terms of new technologies that we want to bring into the country, which is electrified cars. So we will have ICE engines, we will have electrified cars, and also we will have models which are in at the entry level, like you have Audi A4, which is where we start with, apart from Audi Q2 that we launched last year, but also niche models as well as sports cars with different body shapes. So we have a gamut of launches planned for this year, and this will keep us excited for the year. But at the same time, very importantly for our customers, we are going to bring in many more new products this year. So we will keep you busy this year and keep ourselves busy this year with new products.
Well, it seems this will be an exciting year for you and for us as well. Okay, tell me what will be your product strategy from mid to long term? Since SUVs are the flavor of the Motown, what will be the product mix for Audi India going forward?
So within the luxury space, also for Audi India, the distribution of, let's say, volume between SUVs and sedan is by and large, I think, equal. So there is an equal emphasis. The liking on these sedans is as good as SUVs. Yes, no doubt about it. SUVs have been the flavor in the whole market, in automotive market, in the last few years. But in luxury space, this is both equally distributed. What we intend to do is we intend to leave this choice with the customers. To give you an example, Audi Q2 and Audi A4, more or less, they are similarly priced. So customer has a choice whether he wants to have this kind of a body type or a different kind of body type. So it is our responsibility that we offer them this choice, because at the end of the day, customer is king. so they can make this choice and eventually want to buy. But for us, at this point in time, the business is distributed equally between
Okay.
both body types.
So you're bullish about both sedans and SUVs
Yes,
to be sold.
absolutely. Yes.
So you mentioned about a series of product launches in 2021. How many new products will you bring? Can you put a number to it?
I will not be able to put the number, but I am sure the intelligent customers who are seeing this program have already made their number count when I was giving you
Yeah.
the overall picture of what all products we will bring into the country. But it will be a super exciting year.
Over a half a dozen of vehicles coming from Audi India.
Well, let's see. I'm sure we will come to you many times this year for our discussions and with new products that we will launch.
So one of the most important announcements that you made last year was on, Audi will only bring petrol models from 2019. While the competition is still offering diesel, what is the reason behind this decision of, just going with petrol only strategy?
So you have to understand, by and large, India is still a very small market in terms of the whole luxury segment. So if you want to make shift into the technology, if you want to bring in new technologies, you have to also give up some of them. So what we decided was that two things we decided last year. One, we will move from diesel and petrol strategy to petrol and electrification strategy. So that is what our first move was. Second, when we were moving from BS4 to BS6, that we decided that we will bring all new products. So what we will do is either we will have any particular model for the first time in India, or it will be the next generation, or it will be product improvement, either of these three. So that's what we are doing. We have moved completely from diesel to petrol, and then we will move also, we will bring electrified cars into the country. Said that, if we have given up diesel completely, the answer is no, but we are evaluating. For the time being, for the medium to short term, this is how the strategy will work. And I'm happy to share that what we have seen in last 12 months, of course, couple of months, there was no sale. While we have brought in only petrol models, there is hardly any dealership or any customer that we come across who is saying that he's not buying the car because of we not having diesel.
Okay.
Whether we have addressed each and every customer, the answer is no, because there still might be a few customers who would want only a diesel car. But we are mindful of that. But actually, the demand of petrol has surprised us as well. So I don't see that to be a problem at all. We are much more confident than what we were before.
Okay.
That at this point in time, we have run almost 1 year with only petrol cars, and we are able to do it successfully.
Audi e-tron was supposed to launch somewhere in 2019 and 2020, but because of the pandemic situation and all, has it been delayed? And can we see it this year?
As I mentioned, in terms of technologies, we will have ICE engines as well as electrified cars this year. So
Right.
you will hear from us very soon in the next couple of months that
Okay.
we will introduce our e-tron brand into the country,
Okay.
and that's what our strategy will be. We are working on it.
Okay.
You'll have to understand this is not just any other car,
Right.
but it's a new technology completely, and we have to be prepared for it because it has to be a successful from starting, and we have to build a confidence in the customers because it is not just car, it also depends a lot on the infrastructure which is available, and there are also a lot of perceptions customers might have in their minds before investing in such new technologies, which is our responsibility to address. So we are working on it so that we have a comprehensive solution for our customers when we launch these products.
Would you able to share more details? Like, are there few customers you have talked to who are willing to buy e-tron, or any survey you have done, or some more insights on e-tron before you launch the product this year?
So, if you remember, about 2 years, 1.5, 2 years back, we got a few cars into the country, and we showed the e-tron to many prospective buyers and also a lot of automotive community. And of course, they were very bullish about it. But we have to be mindful that this technology, once brought into the country, it is not just one manufacturer who will be individually successful. There has to be a push by the government. There has to be a push by all the manufacturers together to bring this into certain minimum volumes. Government on their side, what they've done is, there is a less GST on the electrified cars, but there is still a full import duty, which is, let's say, between 60 to 100%. So there are challenges, but at the same time, there are also opportunities. But we are committed to work on this side, because as a group, And as Audi brand globally, we are investing heavily into electrified cars, and you will see many models to come globally, and many of them will make their inroads into India as well. So we are committed to it. It may take some time, but we are very positive.
During your last interactions with media, you mentioned about the launch of the digital platform. So how it is panning out for Audi, and any measurable impact you see on the sales?
So yes, I would say that almost 20% of the inquiry generation happens through digital channels even today. But when it comes to closing, as I mentioned, that buying a luxury car is a very emotional decision. So people eventually go to our showrooms, drive the they take a test drive, and eventually buy these cars. But there is a lot of interaction, pre-buying interaction that is happening digitally. So that is only pre-buying. But what we intend to do is not just pre-buying, but buying as well as post-buying experience also. We want to make it a lot more digital. So today a customer can book a service online through his mobile app. He can choose a dealership, he can choose his day, he can choose his time, and we are more than happy to pick up the car from his place and then drop it back wherever the customer wants. So the experience on digital side is only going to expand. And not just this, we are going beyond this. There is a Audi concierge service, for an example. If all the cars that we are selling, all the cars are connected cars now, so you are in touch with your car even if you are not driving the car through your mobile app. You can see how the car is being driven, who's driving at what speed, fuel consumption. All those parameters are easily visible on your mobile. So we have so many cars now which are connected and running on the roads. So this is giving us much more insight of the customer's own behavior, how they are interacting with their cars, and eventually we want to support the customers more and more as the time passes by, with more and more offerings from our side, which is making their life better and their experience of Audi enjoyable. So that's what the intention is.
Nice to hear, digital inquiries are increasing for Audi. Now, what is the Audi strategy for pre-owned luxury market? A lot has been talked about in the competition, but we have hardly heard about, Audi's pre-owned strategy. So if you can just share some points.
Yes, so Audi Approved Plus is our vertical in the pre-owned space. Uh, this is a vertical which grew in 2019 by 11%. Of course, 2020 is a year where growth was not possible, not in new cars, not in pre-owned car sales, but this is very, very positive. We have a lot of cars that we've sold in last many years in the country, and we want to also give a possibility to our existing customers to sell their cars through our Audi channels, and eventually also sell these cars to new customers who get into pre-owned cars for the first time, and then eventually we are able to sell them a new car some point in time. So this is also a strategic pillars for us for growth, and we had 7 showrooms that are offering Audi Approved Plus in the country, and probably by end of this year we will have more than 10 that will offer Audi Approved Plus cars through the country. And this is a business which we are looking very closely and we are very bullish about.
And if we talk about the market share in the luxury car segment, is Audi India ready for the market share play, or is it more about business sustainability?
Both. For most importantly, a sustainable business is very, very important. But if you're asking if we are ready to play, yes, we are.
Okay.
We are not
So,
shying away from volume push, but at the same time, what we are selling, it has to be sold with us being sustainable also for our partners. It is very important that both on our side as well as partners, we are able to do a sustainable business. That's first priority.
so if may ask, by when Audi India sees itself as the top luxury car maker, or how does it want to zoom it?
So we want to win, but we want to win holistically. We already see ourselves to be a top luxury car seller. Volume is not the only criteria that I think makes us what we are. There are a lot of other things that are most important. As I mentioned, customer centricity is the key, and at the center of everything that we do at Audi India, and we will continue to do that.
So any targets for market share for this year? How much you want to achieve? If you can just give it.
Normally, I don't talk about this in too much detail, but I think we will do well and we will grow double digit, if not more, in the year 2021 on the back of the new products that we are launching this year.
Okay. Now, one last question on dealers. Do you want to expand the network, or you want to help existing dealers with more sales?
I think at this point in time, we have sufficient presence across the country, But as a part of our strategy, which is workshop first approach, we may expand a couple of more locations. And as I mentioned, Audi Approved Plus is the focus area for 2021. So we will expand our partnership on the pre-owned business. But in terms of new car sales, I think by and large we are well represented where we are, and rest of it is getting covered through digitalization means. So I think today's world, uh, that's also helping us quite a bit.
Thank you so much for joining in today. It was nice interacting with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.